Marty.
Hi, Serena.
We're going
Okay.
to talk to you guys a little bit about what we do.
Yeah.
So, we're the Horse Code
Uh-huh.
together,
Yes.
and we do travel around and we teach clinics, and we're going to be doing some seminars on YouTube,
Hmm.
and we have Facebook going and Instagram. There'll be
Yeah.
other platforms. We'll keep you posted, but a lot of you are kind of like, well, what do they do? So, we're just going to do a short clip and talk to you about what we do and some of the ideas behind what we do.
Yeah. So let's start from the basics. It's for years since we are working with horses. Um, I think we both were asking ourselves, what are we? Because everyone is a horse trainer, a
Right.
natural horsemanship trainer, whatever.
And there's a lot of really good horse trainers out there.
Yes. And but over the time, I think what we found is, and this is a kind of a basic thing for us, is I don't see myself, and I think you agree, we are not trainers.
No.
I never trained a horse, but we are teachers. We are
teach.
teaching horses and we are teaching people. And I think this is one of our basics, that we want to make our living not as a trainer. We are teachers, and we try to build up a foundation for the teachers, for the trainers maybe.
Right. Yeah. So this is an additive program to whatever you're already doing. I guarantee everybody can learn something from it. Well, if you're in the horse world, then you're constantly learning, right?
Yeah.
So we've had trainers come to us and way better riders than either of us,
Yeah.
and really good at teaching very specific skills. And yet we're able to offer them a new insight on maybe some questions that horses are asking,
Mm-hmm.
and we're able to answer those questions. But if you don't know what the question looks like, then it's really hard to answer it.
Yeah.
So we have we have major incidences with horses where maybe they kick or bite. Like that's got way too far, right?
Yeah.
So
But we try to find out where does it come from. And the biggest thing I always experience with horse people, if it's a trainer, if it's a horse owner, when they saw the horses we were working with, they were always asking, oh, that's a nice horse, and you are lucky to have this horse. I said, no, it's not luck. And what do you think about different? I said, yeah, but this horse is looking at you differently.
Yeah.
And if it's the riding or the groundwork or just bringing a horse into a trailer, it doesn't matter. The behavior of the horses that we work with, the horse code, is always a little bit different. And even high professional trainers ask me, like, why is your horse different? And I said, yeah, you're the better trainer than me. But I think that what we do is we open the mindset of the horse and we connect to the horse in a different kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes the horse more like our partner, and we are more like the mentor of the horses.
Absolutely.
That's a part of the work, I think.
Definitely. And not just, this isn't just to train your horse too. This is a set of life skills. The things that we can learn from our horses. Horses are so good at a lot of things that people struggle with.
Yeah.
So it's a predator versus prey thing.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing, is like, why should we are hunters and the horses are like the prey animals to run away from us. That's our nature, or both of our nature. And how can you connect this? And I know a lot of horsemanship people say, oh, we learn you like not to be a predator anymore. But this is a technique to really, how can you really feel like a prey animal? How can a horse not be intimidated by a predator?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you hear like the traditional lion and lamb
Yeah.
situation, but we're hunters just like lions.
Yeah.
You know,
And we walk like hunters.
lambs
We
have
think
their
like hunters.
eyes on the sides of their heads, the same as horses do. So
Yeah. And
how do we communicate?
yeah, and why should they trust us? Because normally we would eat them. That's what they feel all the time. Why should they believe in us? If you are like going, for example, if you're like back in the jungle and there's like a tribe who eats people, imagine they invite you to like, oh,
Dinner?
For dinner. You can stay at our home, and they are friendly, they are beautiful people. But at the
Just
end,
a little nervous.
maybe they kill you. So everything they do even if they are the nicest people in the world, you will never trust them because you know the background of these people is, oh, they killed some people. So why should I trust them? Whatever they tell me.
So it's taking this idea, we all have a fantasy about what we want from our relationship with our horses. Maybe riding down the beach, our hair in the wind.
Yeah.
But how do we achieve that? Because you have to have a level of trust. And you watch most people, they're going to be choked up on the reins.
Yeah.
That's not every relationship should start with trust.
If you have ever fear when you're together with your horse, or if your horse ever shows fear, then something is missing. And you can't train that away. You can't train someone to trust you. You can train someone to like really have joy with you. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the horse code, the idea is to put together the best that we learn from all the horsemanship trainers and big guys.
And you've worked with I've worked for a lot of reining trainers, cutting trainers, but he's traveled the world and worked with a ton of.
Yeah, back in Europe, I worked with Monty Roberts, Pat Pirelli, Gamani Ponyboy. I did a lecture with Ray Hunt. And I met all of these people, and they are all brilliant horse people. And I was asking myself, but who am I? What can I learn out of this?
Right.
And I don't want to be like a person, and that's my natural, is to be only in one skill set. I was asking myself, is there something that all the methods have in common? If you're riding your horse, if you do reining, if you do around pen work, it doesn't matter. What's the common sense behind that? And is there a language that is translating us to really connect with a horse?
Which is the horse code. It's a teaching you the language to communicate.
It's like the ancient idea of like an animal and a human come together in a peaceful kind of way and have fun and have like a partnership. That's the main question. That's what we are looking for since we are on Earth. You see the old cave paintings. Sometimes you see that people are chasing the horses for hunting them, and then you see the magical rituals where they use horses for bringing them luck, for bringing them joy, and like you said, they have like the small like figurines, amulets.
Yeah.
It's all about horses.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the magic that we want to bring to the people, to bring them this
Expand
connection.
their mind.
Yeah, and get the connection with the horses. And that's not a technique. It's a kind of a living. It's a kind of understanding. It's extending your mind.
So we were going to talk a little bit about extending and expanding and why we chose that the horse code is specific to extending our minds.
Yeah, and let me quote something, is like we think horsemanship using the horse code, this is about building partnerships. It's about mastering your life. And it's trying to connect the best out of both worlds, humans and horses. That's the main idea. And we try to bring this together. And we wrote a lot of principles, how this will work. But the basic thing is like the harmony between two different kinds of like natures, being a predator, being a prey. It's like the yin and yang, and it's a balance, it's a dance. And that's why we call it like the art of horsemanship, because it's not the same, but it's built on all these experiences.
They should come with us on this journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see that, and then you experience much better what we are trying to do.
And we'll let the horses show us the rest.
Yeah, if the horse doesn't look happy, we made something wrong. And that's our idea.